On this episode of Bumpy's Beer Review from Tilted Barn Brewery out of what place in Rhode Island? Exeter, Rhode Island. I have this one called AZALEA. There we go. It's a type of flower, I believe. 7.8% Double IPA. This one says for mom. And canned on date. Oh, we've got an oldie. Hopefully it's still okay. This was back in April. The end of April, so beginning of May. Which, I mean, would make sense. It's for mom, so probably Mother's Day, right, in May. So we'll basically just say May. So then we got June, and now we're halfway through July. So not too bad, I guess. We're looking at about 2.5 months on this beer. So it's been a good review. See how it held up. Let's crack into it. All right, so this one has a frothy, kind of creamy white head. It is an orange coloration. It is that murky, milky type look. Sometimes I'm not sure if I should have the light on here or not. The light behind me, sometimes it's just kind of in and out. Let me go ahead and just turn the light on, see if it makes a difference. I have to let Sadie in anyways. All right, I don't think it made a difference since it's still daylight out. But anyways, so we'll just kind of go in and out of darkness as I move around. It's just the way cameras adjust, I guess. Anyway, I say anyways again, man. I tell you. Let's get some aromas. All right, some notes. I mean, there is a flower on this, but I would say it's kind of a bit floral. I don't know what hops are even used in this, so I'll have to look that up. Actually, I might say it on the back. I just noticed there's writing. I forgot that Tilted Barn does some things, so I'll have to read that afterwards. Okay. Yeah, so it's kind of like a mango, peachy, floral, somewhat citrus, kind of like tangerine. All right, let's dive on in now for the first sip. Cheers. All right. I'd have to come back for the mouthfeel. This one doesn't seem like it's super like creamy smooth at all. Carbonation's moderate. I can't really tell if it's light body or medium body. It might be like a low side medium body. But there is a lot of malt right up front. Very malty. Bit of like kind of graininess. Yeah, I'd say bready, kind of biscuity with a lot of grain. Not a big fan of the grain type, no. There is some fruitiness to it. Bitterness is up there. That's kind of distracting me right now. It's kind of coming off like a little bit like kumquat. Extreme citrus, like grapefruit rind to the pithiness of an orange of sorts, or just that kumquat. If you've ever had a kumquat, they're pretty freaking bitter. That's kind of how this one's hitting. A lot of bitterness. So like I said, it's kind of distracting from the front of the palate on me right now. So let's keep diving in. It almost wants to have like a cantaloupe type flavor to it. I say there's some type of like papaya-esque flavor. Doesn't quite go sweet enough to be like going into towards like a mango note or anything. Citrusy note, I'd say, is more. It's kind of more towards like tangerine-esque, but the bitterness is definitely more of a citrusy, like I already mentioned, citrus type bitterness of the pith and rind. There's a little bit of dankness. I just started getting some dankness, kind of mid-palate, going towards the finish. So there might be a little bit of pininess to this too, but yeah, a little bit of a dank. Yeah, I don't know where to land this one. I think it's got that grain type note up front, which I'm not a fan of in this beer. And then it does have that like extreme kind of bitterness, being what I've already said. So those are like two things that are kind of like, I'm not really a big fan of the type of bitterness, and I'm not a big fan of the malt profile. In between, there's some good things I could find. So I think I kind of just land this one in the good category. I don't even know, like fresh, I mean, if this is coming off this bitter, I'm not sure if there'd be other flavor notes from the hops, you know, that might have been a bit brighter or something, to kind of add some type of sweeter flavor or something to it before hitting the finish, and maybe masking more of the frontal maltosalt. But yeah, I just land this one as good, and say cheers and thank you all for watching.